Hello.
Hi.
So tonight we are going to the church that some of our friends attend, and their youth group is hosting a film night, an old-fashioned film night. So they're actually showing Citizen Kane on a reel-to-reel projector. So my assumption is it's going to be in black and white.
Yeah, that's fun.
And so that's pretty cool. It's a cult classic, though I've never seen it.
Yeah, me either.
Holly and I aren't necessarily new to movies, obviously, as you can tell. We've got a lot. You can probably see them all along there. But in regards to catching up on all of the old-fashioned classics, yes, we are pretty new. So I think it's important to note that just because something's a classic doesn't necessarily mean that it's phenomenal. And now some of you might argue with me on that, but I feel like it's fairly true. There are a lot of classic movies that people won't touch for remakes or are just considered super classic because of their time and the story that they tell. But that doesn't mean when you watch them you're on the edge of your seat all the time. Now this movie, all that we know, or all that I know for sure, is it's a movie about a guy, like a businessman or somebody important who dies, and at the end of his life the last word that he says is the phrase Rosebud, and the whole movie is about flashbacks to his life as a businessman or something, and these reporters are trying to find out, they're trying to decipher what does the phrase mean that he said just before he died. Orson Welles, who wrote and directed the movie, is also Citizen Kane in the movie. He likes to star in a lot of his own movies, apparently. And I know all of this because Google, and like 3 minutes ago. So
Yay, Google!
So we're going into this pretty fresh. So we won't be able to capture any of the footage of the movie, obviously, for copyright purposes, but we might try to get a little bit of reactions or something. Or yeah, who knows. Here we are, Citizen Kane.
I guess.
Oh yeah, look at all that film. Oh yeah, look at that film. Jaeger. Cotton candy. Hey, this is John. He's a photographer. Look at his photography kit.
This one's real.
What is it?
This one's real.
Who are you wearing today?
This is the Fuji X100S, and it looks like film, but it's actually digital with full manual control.
How new is that? That actually looks pretty old.
It's actually only a few years old, probably three or 4 years old.
That's a pretty good job. What about that one? That one's old.
This one is functional, but there's no film in it at the moment.
Is it a Kodak?
It's a Kodak Brownie. Brand new bulb, no film.
Can you rig it up to just like flash?
I wish.
You should just pretend to take photos with it. Look at this beauty.
Trying to set the light.
Heidi's joining us. Heidi. Yes, it is.
They didn't pay us to say that.
This is Heidi.
Yes.
The one I'm pointing at.
This is Holly.
You've met her.
That's Tim.
Tim's been mentioned before.
Tim.
Tim, you have cotton candy. How much was it?
$3.
Are you going to eat it all in one mouthful?
No.
Yes, you
It
are.
would probably all melt if we just shoved it all in. Just like,
You just absorb into his body.
Raspberry and banana mix, I don't know.
Look at this person walking down the street about to get murdered.
This is not a children's movie at all.
The new chapter in the continuing Star Wars saga is now in our galaxy.
How excited are you so far? What have you thought about it so far?
Well, we haven't seen any Citizen Kane, but we've seen several very cool reel-to-reel shorts and trailers.
Yep.
We saw Empire Strikes Back and Indiana Jones. Which one was it?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, which Heidi loves. And we also saw a...
It's a great film.
It's a great film.
We also saw a Looney Tunes, which was great.
Mitch, what did you have to say about Looney Tunes?
It was awesome. I love Looney Tunes.
I think we're probably about to start the actual movie right away, so we will
I think
talk
this
to
is
you.
intermission.
We will talk to you after. I doubt it's intermission.
Oh, okay.
The movie's
it's not
2 hours.
intermission. Are you sure?
Thank you guys for coming to our movie night. We're actually going to start our feature film here, Citizen Kane, in just a couple of minutes, but we're just going to do a couple of housekeeping things.
So the movie was released in 1941, almost exactly 75 years ago, so it was released on May 1st, I believe. I believe it was nominated for 9 Academy Awards, and then Orson Welles, who does pretty much everything in the movie except for the cinematography, was nominated for 3 for himself, and he won one for the, he co-wrote the screenplay as well. The movie itself is often referred to as the greatest film of all time. A lot of people really like it, a lot of people disagree, but in any case, there's a lot of innovative techniques used in the film. Something called deep focus was being pioneered at the time by the cinematographer Greg Toland. There's also a lot of really interesting, well-known scenes with a lot of interesting fades and transitions and just some things that were fairly innovative at the time. Also, it was fairly unusual to use sort of interlocking flashbacks, which happens throughout the film. So really, it's quite a fairly innovative film, and it's worth a watch.
Watched Citizen Kane. What was your impression?
I'm really glad we got to find out what Rosebud meant.
Okay, well, don't tell anybody.
Okay.
Spoilers.
The movie's only
75-year-old spoilers. But still, yes. It was exciting that they concluded the story. It wasn't just everybody left hanging.
They almost didn't, and that would.
What was your impression of this movie?
I wish I could have understood more because it was like old, and so that's what made it great. But it also made it hard to like actually figure out what they were saying and follow the plot.
So we should watch it again, but like a DVD version.
Right, with subtitles.
With
All right, Mitch, what do you think?
I would have to agree with her that I would like to have understood a little bit more. I was quite lost at parts, but it was still entertaining. And I would maybe watch it again just to understand it.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely an experience, and it was fun, and it was fantastic, and yes. Tim, what did you think of the movie?
I thought it was good.
Just good, Tim?
I saw half.
Tim saw only half of the movie.
And yeah, now I know what a picture show would seem like.
What a what?
Well, picture shows were...
A picture show.
Oh,
A real film.
A real film.
Dana always used to say, let us watch a film. But now I have actually watched a film.
Yeah.
A film. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again.
Bye.
Peace out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how well you can can see it on the windshield there, or if you can hear it at all, but that is hail. It's bouncing all over the road like crazy. It's not very big, but just when you thought it was summer, you know, I'm glad we took down the extension cord hanging doohickey the other day, because this is ridiculous. Classic Saskatchewan, but ridiculous.